Bilingual. Have you ever had a specific memory in your lifetime that changed the way you did things or looked at things when it came to reading and writing? I remember when I was little and my mom would read to my little sister and I every night. I remembered how she would always try to point out the words in the story and try to get me to read, but I would always refuse. I hated reading. I hated the feeling of being unsure and afraid. That was until my mom read me the book, Are You My Mother? The book was about a little bird that lost its mother. I'm not sure why, but I was so fascinated with that book that I found myself wanting to learn how to read it. I loved the characters in the story, and for some strange reason, I was drawn to it. The book itself was written in English on one side and Spanish on the other. This caught my attention. I was fascinated by the fact that a book could be written in 2 languages. Every day after school, my mom would take the time to sit me down and reread the book to me in both languages. Over a period of a couple weeks, I was able to read the whole story to her out loud and understand what the words meant in English and in Spanish. I had remembered that before I had always just looked at the pictures because I could never understand what the words meant. This is around the time when I started to realize that I was becoming bilingual. I grew up in the small town of Dover, New Jersey. Everyone in the town knew Spanish, which influenced me a lot in my schoolwork. I was put into a gifted and talented class in the 5th grade. They saw the potential that I had in reading and writing in Spanish, and they only chose very few students to participate in the program. I remember that one time in that gifted and talented class, they made us write a paper on a subject that I can't recall at the moment, but I remember that it had to be all in Spanish. I struggled for days on that paper because I didn't know how to write in Spanish very well, but I was determined to finish it no matter what. I remember that it was hard for me, but when I finished it, I felt like I had finally accomplished something. I felt like I had improved my writing skills. I had now felt confident in my abilities and wanted to expand my knowledge further. No matter what language a book is in, Spanish or English, I find that reading all has the same effect on me. I still remember to this day that the book Are You My Mother changed my views on reading. It showed me that reading does not have to be limited to one specific language or topic, but that it varies and there are so many possibilities. After reading that book, I could not stop reading. I loved everything about it and how I'd be so engaged in it that I would feel like I myself was in the book. It provided me with an escape to a place where everything was as it should be. From then on, I loved reading in both languages and still do today. I owe it all to that little book called Are You My Mother, which sparked my interest in reading and helped me become literate in 2 languages.